Hi, welcome to my complete Firefly guide. Firefly is the newest 5-star coming in version 2.3 of Honkai Star Rail. She is a very strong unit focused on using break effect to match Akron in terms of damage output. In a way, you could say Firefly is the blast counterpart to Boot Heal. In this video, I'll be going through everything you need to know on how to build and play Firefly, going through her best Litecoins, Relic sets, Planar Ornaments, teams, and many more. Before we start, I'll be giving away 2 supply passes / welcome / crystal card to my subscribers at 5k subs, so make sure you subscribe to enter. To begin, what does Firefly actually do? Firefly is a 5-star fire unit following the path of destruction. Firefly's ultimate makes her enter the complete combustion state. This immediately grants her a turn and she gains an enhanced basic attack and skill, while also gaining speed, break efficiency, and break damage. During this state, a countdown will appear on the action order, and when it has a turn, the state will end, just like Robin. Firefly's enhanced basic attack does single target damage and restores 20% of her max HP. Firefly's skill does single target damage and consumes 40% of her max HP to grant her 60% of her max energy. Her enhanced skill will instead do blast damage and restore 25% of her max HP with the scaling split between attack and break effect, while also implanting fire weakness. And lastly, Firefly's talent makes her take less damage the lower she is, and also regens her energy to 50% at the start of the battle if it isn't already there, while also cleansing her when she gets her ultimate. For her bonus trace abilities, the first one grants break effect for every 10 attack over 1800. The second one converts damage into super breaks when attacking weakness broken enemies while in ultimate state. And the third one makes it so when she is in her ultimate state, your attacks will reduce toughness no matter the element with a slight penalty. As for Firefly's trace leveling priorities, getting ultimate as high as possible is the most important, with talent being the next. Then her basic and skill can be leveled or literally ignored as they contribute a negligible amount to Firefly's overall damage. But I do however still recommend you level them if you can. Overall, Firefly has quite an interesting kit. Basically, she sacrifices her HP to get her ultimate, which turns her into Super Saiyan mode, and she uses break effect to obliterate enemies. A bit of a Frankenstein kit, as we do see a lot of similarities with units like Jinlu, Robin, Blade, and such. But nevertheless, she should be an extremely cool and stunning unit to play. Now for her best Litecoins. As per usual, her signature Litecoin will be her best in slot. It increases break effect while also making enemies take more break damage while slowing them too. Pretty obviously, this will be insane on her, as this gives her everything that she wants. However, she also has a very insane free-to-play option being on the 4 of an Aeon. This will grant her a huge chunk of attack which conveniently gets converted into break effect due to her major trace. And due to how Firefly's kit works, the uptime of this effect is pretty easy to keep up too. However, if you don't have 4 of an Aeon free, Indelible Promise is a decent alternative, with Flames of Fire being really only an option if you're completely out of choices. Moving on to her best Relic sets and Planar Ornaments. The brand new Iron Cavalry against Scourge coming in version 2.3 will be her best in slot. This set has an incredible 4-piece bonus that ignores defense when dealing break damage, which is where the majority of her damage comes from. However, a 2-piece break effect set will be a decent alternative, with 2-piece Hyperspace being actually an okay option too, which I will elaborate later. However, as per usual, 4-piece Genius will be a decent option too if you have incredible substats on it and are versing quantum weak enemies. For Firefly's Planar Ornaments, her best in slot will be the brand new Forge of Kalpagni coming in version 2.3. This set is literally made for her, as together with a fire weakness implant, this set has perfect synergy with her and basically full uptime. However, if you do not wish to farm for this set, Talia will be a decent alternative as it boasts a huge break effect increase as well. As for her best Relics and Planar stats, the main stats will be Attack Body, Speed Boots, Attack Balls, and Break Effect Rope. With how Firefly kit works, going crit on her is just not optimal, so the body will be attack. For boots, it's speed, as we preferably want to get 210 speed to enable 4 attacks during her ultimate state. But don't worry, during her ultimate state, she'll gain 60 speed, so be sure to level up that trace to level 10. And for the remaining 46 speed to get, 25 can be obtained from her boots, which makes building her much easier. For balls, it is attack, as you really want to use this major trace as much as you can, as break effect is what she scales off the best. And the rope is break effect, which as you can guess is self-explanatory. For her substats, similar to Blue Hill, speed and break effect are her best substats, with attack also now being good due to her major traits. Firefly's speed breakpoint is 150 to gain access to 4 attacks in her ultimate state, as I said before, but if you wish to, you can aim for 165 speed without her ultimate state to gain access to 3 attacks during the first phase of MOC. And as for her break effect breakpoints, it is 360% and should be your first priority. But due to the abundance of it she gains for free in her kits and her teammates, this break effect and honestly the speed too should not be too difficult to obtain. And quickly, as I mentioned before, if you can reach 360% break effect without the 2-piece bonus, running 2-piece hacker space to reach that 150/165 speed is an okay option too. Next up is the best Eidolons. E1 is a solid damage increase, but more importantly, her Empower skill being skill point free will make her a much more comfortable and flexible character to play. E2 is an extremely strong Eidolon, basically granting 2 extra turns in her ultimate state. E3 and 5 are just trace levels, E4 is honestly mid compared to the others, and finally, E6 is just a massive steroid of damage. Firefly's Eidolons are really strong, but the majority of her important ones are in the beginning, so stopping at E1 or E2 is the best option. But realistically, she is already so strong at E0 already, you really don't need them. As for the age-old question of E1 versus S1, her E2 is so blatantly broken that I have to include this too. So it will be E2, then S1, then E1. Don't get me wrong, E1 is also bonkers, but S1's break effect and damage increase will provide more benefits than E1 for most players. Finally, we get to her best teammates and team comps. Starting off with actually Harmony MC this time. Unlike Blue Hill, Harmony MC is actually optimal in her teams, as with the way the kit works, it just synergizes so well together that in a lot of cases, Harmony MC is actually really important and kinda irreplaceable for her, which is pretty funny and pretty wholesome too, considering the story. But on the other side, just like Blue Hill, Rame is also quite the important character for Firefly too. Rame's kit really needs no introduction, however she's not quite as irreplaceable but pretty damn close. For other teammates, Pella and Silverwolf will always be nice defense debuffers, and Galagear being the premier break effect sustain. And actually, Asta and Hanya being not too bad of an option too, as they both give speed and attack, which is highly beneficial for Firefly. Other than that, Gwendofen can be used and Bronny can be used too. But for Bronya, something speed tuning needs to be done, so do keep that in mind. So, her best team will obviously be this one consisting of Harmony MC, Rame and Galagear. For free to play, you can look to run Pella instead of Rame, and of course, other sustains can be used too, and other debuffers can be used as well. So yeah, Firefly is looking like quite a strong DPS. With what we see from Blue Hill, we can kinda expect her to be quite insane. But more than anything, I'm just here for Sam. I think Sam is absolutely sick, and the animation of this kit definitely do it justice.